it's my house. I'm the one making the payment. So what I'll do with the house, why is it their business?
No, it gets tricky, man. Like, I mean, the banks control. Like, it's not really your house.
You know, a lot of people actually talk about this dating relationship thing in Canada, bro. Having to find like genuine love, man.
Yeah.
Stuff. Bro,
The question
I've heard a lot of stories, man. How did you even went all the way with, like, you bro, you don't have any fear
of
like, what if it doesn't work,
man? There's always that possibility, man. Always. But you make the best choice based on education, based on the family they come from, based on, you know, the morals that they have. And it's a gamble, but it's an educated gamble.
I think in Canada, if someone actually wants to relocate to this place, he or she should probably come with, because what a lot of people do is when they get opportunity, they just abandon their partner back home.
Yeah. Oh.
Some people even break up with whoever because they know chances of them
coming is
tough.
It's slim.
This gentleman, we've been calling him since 1980, man. Always is busy. Been busy, why, anyhow.
Not even.
Anyway, I will allow you to introduce yourself. Because me, if I start introducing him, there will be a lot of things that I will probably miss.
Danny Bay. Yeah, originally born in the Congo, grew up in South Africa. So that's how me and this Vim guy, we have some connection there.
You know, the funny thing is, yesterday I was trying to jot down some of the topics that I will ask when we start this show. And I'm like, maybe I should add how we met. And I'm like,
random. How about we tell the people? Let's tell the people how we met.
I mean, for me, I went to buy a car, right?
Yes.
When was that? 2023? No,
not this winter.
No, I think
2 winters ago.
So 2024, right?
Yeah, sounds about right.
Somewhere there. I went to buy a Murano. Nissan Murano, bro. Drove 30 minutes, more than 30 minutes just to go check the car.
Yeah.
And when I got the black nigga like me, black dude, and in the conversation, he did mention that he's been in SA, he's been in South Africa, and I'm like, oh, because the funny thing is, in Canada, you can get a lot of nationalities, right? A whole lot of Nigeria. But South Africa, it's kind of rare.
It's rare.
It's kind of rare.
Not a lot of South Africans, especially black ones.
True, yeah.
Very rare. You find some white ones here and there, but...
Oh, really? Yeah. I haven't even
seen ran into it?
Yeah. Even the black South Africans, like Zulu, Pedi...
No.
These guys don't even travel. The South Africans don't need
they
travel.
Stay home. The homebodies.
They are okay where they are,
Yeah. If you're watching this from South Africa, man, come to Canada.
I don't want. They are okay. They will survive the winter here. You into construction or what? What do you do? Real estate?
Well, finish introducing myself. Danny Bay. My father.
Sure at this point, they already know you.
Oh, oh, sure. Sounds good. Yeah, I do a few things. I dabble. For me, the goal is to always try and be resourceful. What I mean be resourceful is when you come to this country and you don't have a lot of means.
As in cash?
As in cash. My family moved here when in 2001, and so we came literally with nothing. That was about 22, 23 years ago. And when you come with nothing, you know, like who's gonna pay for your university's fees? Who's gonna pay for, you know, your education? Who's gonna pay for your first car?
The government will do that.
What was that?
The government.
The government is not gonna pay for anything.
2001,
no,
easy,
man. They'll help you, assist you to get settled, but they're not gonna pay for your school. You gotta figure that out yourself. So, anyways, I come from a big family of 7 kids and a single mom, and so, you know, when you die young and you don't have money, you have to figure out how to do stuff. So I started, selling newspapers by the time I was about 16 years old.
Newspapers?
Oh, yeah. I sold newspaper here in Canada.
In Canada?
Yeah, man. I wake up 6:30 in the morning.
New to me.
At about 15, 16 years old. Going around. Hanging out.
Wait. How are you selling a newspaper? I have what on the street?
No, you don't sell, but you go deliver newspaper. Oh. So you work for there's a company that will hire you as a kid, and then you will.
Is it more like Canada Post? Kinda.
Kinda. You do the similar work, but you go door to door and you deliver newspapers. So they'll give you in the morning the newspaper company. It's a local newspaper, so small one. they'll come deliver the newspaper on your door front, and then you will put it on a pushing cart, and then you go door to door and you deliver.
Hey, man.
Yeah, so that's what I did, man.
I thought I was the only one suffering.
You used to do that too, or?
No, I mean most Africans, right?
Yeah.
From different part of. Well, when we come to other countries, we put all the efforts, though.
Yes.
I don't think. Well, maybe few people, but most of the people when they come, they do their best. They put their possible effort on the table. And most of people don't just come and all of a sudden, boom, they are big.
No.
Someone might look at you today and be like, this guy
Yeah.
is rich.
You got to realize one thing that I've started realizing is that even the white people, the people that you find here in Canada, they're about 4 or 5 generations deep.
True.
Right? Like, I mean, their grandparents, great-great-grandparents, they were
somewhere.
farmers, man. They were slaves in Europe.
True.
They came here and the government just gave them a plot of land, and it was barren, nothing. You know, it says if you develop it, you do something of it, good for you. And that's how they became farmers. And then they start selling cattle, they start selling, vegetables, whatever the case may be. And then they pass on that wealth to their generation. That's about 4 or 5 generations deep. I'm talking about 100, 150 years deep.
Yeah.
So we come now, and we have nothing. So it's up to us really to pave
Actually,
the
what
path.
you're saying is the same thing that I think someone actually said the same thing in SA. Because even in South Africa, man, if you look at it, like their grandparents or wherever, most people are from Zim,
Yeah.
Mozambique. A lot of people don't know, but deep down, if you trace
They're
back
from
to
up north a little bit, yeah.
So when people say, I'm a South African, they're being xenophobic and all that, they don't know way back.
Their grandparents, they came from up here. Yeah.
There was even a rumor that Casper Nyovest is from Mozambique.
Oh, really?
Yeah, a lot of the SC artists. Nadia Nakaya, well, you left a long time ago, I don't know if you know.
Not too
most
familiar
of the
with
artists, though.
Yeah.
But so far, how is Canada, man? I mean, I think we would really like to dive more into the housing system.
Sure.
Because I feel like that's where a lot of people have interest when they are trying to settle in Canada. Yeah. And most people don't even know how to go about it. I mean, for myself, I don't know, but honestly, I really want to have a house in a year or 2.
Sure.
What are the process of obtaining? You do own a house, right?
Yeah, I've owned 3 so far. I've sold 1 out of the, and I have 2 currently.
Oh, you got money, man.
Man, we're trying, man. We're trying. So I mean, the biggest thing is getting your finances in order, right? Like, I mean, I'm talking about your credit score.
Yeah.
Like, like in Africa, like I'm building in Africa as well, in the Congo right now. And
You're building a house back home?
Yeah, building a house.
Okay.
And the thing about that is that there's no credit system.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Africa is just money.
It's just money, just
money.
cash.
Just bring the
South
money.
Africa may be a little bit different.
I think.
But I'm talking about like Congo. Not to say that there isn't a financial system there. But I'm just saying is that we've been building this house.
Most of the African countries are like that.
It's all cash.
Yeah, it's all cash.
Even
in Ghana, bro, it's all cash. You can't do credit system.
Right.
Well, I don't know if there is now, but for what I know,
it's all cash. Now we've been building a house in the Congo for maybe 8 years. Just gradually, we send some money, they buy bricks. We send more money, they build the walls. We send more money, they build the roof. Right? It's just gradual cash. But I mean, here it's a whole different system, right? They go based on credit, your credit score. So essentially, by the time you're about 16 years old, 17 here, you can get a credit card, and then so the credit card is simply a way for the banks to see, can you be responsible with money? Yeah. Can you borrow? Can you give back? Can you borrow and pay back? And so. So it's important to get your credit, your credit.
That's the first thing.
That's the first thing,
to make sure you got good credits.
Good credit, and one way is to build your credit is like I said, get a credit card, get pay some bills. So even like your cell phone bill, that goes on your credit bureau as well. Yeah. Pay for like I said, your cell phone, your credit card, even a car note. All those things can help.
So it's more like they want to see how your transaction is.
Your transaction is right, yeah. And so how often do you pay on time, and so on and so forth. So credit score is number 1. Number 2, I would say.
Before we jump on number 2, so what is the minimum? Well, what's the minimum credit score that someone can use to obtain a house?
Like, I mean, I think, like, I don't know the exact numbers, don't quote me on this, but I mean, I think for you to be at a safe zone, you need to be about 700s. Oh. Yeah, 700s to be able to borrow and not cause any alarms or red flags, right? And so I mean, you can go all the way to 800, 850, 900 credit score. But I mean, you really want to be around that 700 credit score. And there's a company called Equifax where you can go check your credit rating.
Score.
Yeah.
I think even most of the banks do that as well. In the app, they do give some options to.
Yeah, but there's two organizations out there. Like I say, Equifax is one of them where you can just go. I mean, I can go right now, check online to see what my credit rating is, and that way it lets me know my borrowing power. That's really what it is. It's your borrowing power. They call it a TDSR. Your ability to borrow and repay, your total debt ratio, essentially, TDSR. So score. Credit score number 2. You need to be able to have some money to be able to put down, right?
Yeah, that's also another thing, man. So that I did made a few inquiries, and they said depending on the type of house you want, that will determine the down payment.
Yeah. So I mean, they usually ask for 20% down, right? I mean,
isn't it 10?
20% is minimum, but I mean, if it's a house that you're gonna live in, I think you can pay as low as 5%. Yeah.
If it's a house that you'll be living
in, right? So it's not I mean, the minimum is 20%, but if the plan is for you already have a house, which is what I had, and then I want to buy another one, to eventually rent out. Because if I'm living in it,
how is that their business? Whether I'm staying in or renting it, I don't think they should be worried about that.
Oh, they should be. Why? Because
really?
Yeah.
I mean, it's my house. I'm the one making the payment. So what I'll do with the house? Why is it their business?
No. It gets tricky, man. Like I mean, the banks control. Like it's not really your house. A lot of these people.
Well, it's my house.
No, it's not yours, man.
No, I'm paying.
No,
it's like this cell phone.
You are renting it. This phone,
it's mine.
Unless it's fully paid, it's not yours.
For real?
No, man. Dude, man. 90% of the people, I would say that say I have a house, it's not theirs.
Wow.
No, like you're renting it from the bank.
So until you fully pay,
it's not yours.
Even if you pay half of it, it's still not yours.
It's called equity, right? You start acquiring some equity. So let's say the house is 100K. You put down 20, right? 20K. So 20% Down payment. Sure. That portion of the house is yours, but the rest of the 80% is not yours.
Okay.
It's still the bank's,
that makes sense,
right? Sure. And so essentially, the more you pay, it gradually becomes yours, and that's the exchange that happens.
Makes sense.
But I'm just saying is that there's some laws around how buyers can acquire land acquire properties without actually acquire multiple properties. So what I mean by that is if you have a house right now and you want to acquire another one, you can rent the one that you had before to someone else. But in order for you to pay 5% down on the next house, you actually have to go and live in it, right?
Is it something they really preach? Because a lot of people seems to be doing that. Like people don't these days buy a house just to live in. Even if they do, as time goes on, they still want to get another.
Right, and so you can always keep moving on. So
which means there's something that they praise. They want you to be doing that.
Well, they don't want you to have properties out there that you're not responsible for. Essentially, they just want to make sure that your finances are strong enough for you to be able to manage multiple. Like I mean, there are people who have 5-6 houses. And you have $1.5 million in debt that you owe into the bank. That's a lot of money. So how are they going to get that money back? Right? How would they know that you're going to pay them back? And so one of the ways is to make sure that you have stake in the game. Right?
So it's like gambling, man.
It is. And the thing is,
not easy, man.
And the thing is, you have to know the game.
Yeah.
It is a game because the banks borrow from Bank of Canada and they lend to us. They're paying interest to the Bank of Canada. We pay interest to the banks. You know what? And you can actually buy houses so people can pay you interest. So that, you know what I'm saying? So you can continue passing on that debt on and on and on. And that's what, buying properties and renting it out does, right? If you buy a house, you put in a tenant, that tenant pays you. You take the money, you pay the bank. The bank takes that money, whatever the interest they pay the Bank of Canada. So that money always moves up, right? And so it's all about understanding the game. So that so you can get ahead. It's called arbitrage. I don't know if you're familiar with that word.
Times, bro, that's new.
Arbitrage, yeah. It's essentially, can you leverage another system that exists?
But would you advise someone? I mean, as a foreign national, right, to venture into this whole thing? I mean, getting a property, like getting a house, or just keep renting?
No. Like,
It can be stressful, hey?
like the thing is, like, you have to get into the game at some point.
Yeah.
You have to play the game. And what I mean by that
Not
is
everybody can actually do that.
well, maybe your financial situation cannot allow you to play it. You don't have the right credit score.
Yeah.
But I mean, you want to be able to, because I mean, how long are you going to continue giving your money away?
That's the thing.
Even if owning is a hassle, because now you got to deal with furnaces. Now you got to deal with light fixtures breaking. Anything that breaks is on you. Because right now, if you're in an apartment, right, anything that breaks, you just call somebody.
Yeah.
But as soon as you assume that responsibility of a home, it's all you, right? And so, it's challenging, but I mean, it's better than having to pay somebody $700 or $800 or $1,000 every month, and that money just disappears.
That's like paying someone's, property, right?
Yeah, you're paying someone else. Yeah, it's the same thing. The same thing. And you want to be able to do that to someone else. Yeah. That's the game.
So it's pretty much the same thing. So instead
they're doing
of renting,
it to you.
Why not just buy?
Yeah.
The only problem is the down payments.
Right.
We're talking about 10%, 20%, which is quite
Let me tell you a story. So in it would have been 2018, 2019.
Yeah.
I had a condo at the time. So
was this in Edmonton?
This is in Saskatchewan, Regina.
Oh, okay.
And my wife and I, we just got married, and we decided to go and rent a basement suite. So my condo was costing me about $1,200 a month. Mm-hmm. So I rented that out, and the person was paying me about $1,400.
Okay.
So about $200 in return. But we went and we got a basement suite for $900.
Cool.
So we lived in a basement suite like nothing. It's just the two of us, right? Like there was not even a kitchen. The kitchen and living room was in the same place. A bedroom, the laundry was all in one little small, but we didn't care. Our income, both of us, over a period of 1 year, we just saved.
Yeah.
Right? And that's how we got ahead. We saved, we put everything other than $900. That was our fixed cost, because we were not paying utilities. It was a flat $900.
That makes sense.
And then we had grocery bill of let's say maybe about $500, $600 per month between us, which is nothing, right? Mm-hmm. And we ended up saving that year close to $25,000, just putting money away. Because we had no expenses. We didn't, you know what I'm saying? And that's how we got started. And then we took that money.
That's a brilliant idea, man. And that actually reminds me, actually in Canada, having a partner, it's a big deal, bro.
It can help.
It helps. But at the same time, finding the right person, bro.
Man, we can go into a long story about that, man. Yeah.
Because having to start life or live in Canada alone, bro, there are a lot of things that you miss out on. Like you just mentioned, with your partner, you guys were able to save all this much. Yeah. Do you think if it was just you, you would have been able to?
Not that much. I wouldn't be able to say because I'm a pretty frugal person, but I'm saying is that we're able to get ahead faster. Mm-hmm. And the thing is that the partner that I have, she was not in debt as well.
She wasn't in?
Not in debt.
Okay.
So I was not, like when I went to university, a lot of people, most of the debt that they have, the money that they owe the bank is because of student loans, right? They go to school, they get loans, and then they pay the loans once they get jobs, and that kind of carries them in, 10, 20 years into after university. So the good thing is she did not take any loans to go to school. I did not take any loans to go to school either. So that's... Man, we didn't start in negative. We started from zero.
So
and
if
that's the
you
difference.
guys had some debts, then
no, because
you were not going to be able to get the...
We could have. It depends on how you handle your financial situation. But I'm just saying is that when you go to the bank now to apply for a loan, they're looking at your debt. Yeah, they're like, okay, how are you supposed to get a home where you're paying, maybe $2,000 a month, and you still have, a $500 loan that you have to pay every month? How's that going to make sense? And you got groceries, you got everything. They check your total debt ratio, right?
Yeah.
Like sometimes they'll say, no, we can't borrow your money. So starting from zero, it was one of the things that really helped us move ahead fast. Yeah.
And what is the minimum amount? Let me not even say amount. The minimum duration for the payment. 10 years? 20 years?
For mortgage?
Yeah.
No, the amortization can be 25 years, 30 years.
Oh.
Yeah.
So imagine you get it at the age of 65. You might probably die.
Yeah, but a lot of people these days don't. You've been recording all this time?
I'm actually recording, but not. This is a backup. So.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, man, all this talking.
Yeah, I've done that mistake before, bro. Hey,
I'm saying, yo, man.
It is what it is, man.
Is that capturing sound too?
Nah, don't worry.
No.
We're good.
Oh, we're good. Okay. What was your question?
Talking about the duration.
Duration,
right?
yeah.
So, how long does it normally take?
Like I said, a typical mortgage.
Oh, it all depends on the person.
Yeah, how long you wanna? But a typical, it's between
Average,
25 to 30 years. Yeah,
that's bad.
But these days, people don't get mortgages for that long anymore. No, when you go to the bank, you see the amortization will depend how much you pay each month because they spread the payments over 30 years.
So let's say the bigger amount you pay decreases the length
of your loan payment.
Okay, so if you pay small amount, which means it makes it longer.
Right.
Oh,
so if you don't have a lot of money, if you do have a lot of money, they'll say, rather than paying over 30 years.
You're talking about the down payments?
No, I'm talking about the monthly payments.
The monthly payments.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Monthly payments. I'm saying is that, they can reduce your monthly payment to 25 years or 30 years. The shorter the time spent, the more you'll pay monthly. The longer the time spent, because they just take whatever the amount, they divide it by 30 or by 25 or whatever it is, right? Yeah. And so, and usually your payments get less and less over the years. When you first start, you pay more interest, and less money goes towards principal.
I see.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, so if, for example, if your payment is $1,000 a month, probably about $600 of that $1,000 will be interest, and only $400 will be principal.
That's crazy.
So actually, $400 is actually making a dent on the loan. So the bank make money, man. That's why my goal is to find a way to become a bank. I want to become a bank. I want you to borrow me money. I want you to come borrow money from me.
Who, me?
Yes.
Bro, at this point, my head is on
fire.
Man,
they make money, man. They make money.
Crazy, man.
Yeah, it's
crazy,
nuts.
Crazy. So guys, you've heard it from him, man. Myself, I really needed this information. And I think anyone who travels, not even Canada, any part of the world, at some point you might want to settle. And this information will definitely help, whoever who is willing to get into this housing or real estate business. You've been talking a lot about your partner.
Mm.
We are still coming up. We date for minimum of 3 months.
Okay.
Bruh, take us through, bro.
Take us through. What do you want to know, dude?
Show us the way, man.
What way?
How long have you guys been together, though?
We've been together about 8 years. Yeah, we did it for 1 year. Yeah, and then we got together in
8, 9 years.
Yeah, actually, let's say 7, 8 years. Let's put it that way.
Still long, though.
Yeah, we met in 2016.
Here in Canada?
Yeah, in Canada. I was living in Regina, Saskatchewan. She was in Montreal. I know how. Yeah, I know.
Bro,
you know how far it is, eh?
What are you guys doing?
When I first met her, she didn't even know where Saskatchewan was. She thought it was a different country.
Holy.
Yeah. No,
wait.
The connection?
Yeah, how? Was it referred by the parents?
It was a referral.
Oh, yeah.
It was a referral. Because she's got family in the States, in Cincinnati, Ohio.
Okay.
And I got some family there too. So my sister and her sister met. And then my sister told me about her and said to reach out. I didn't want to at first, but
I didn't want that to, right?
But yeah, man, I don't like people setting me up.
At that point, you had a lot of.
I had options. I had options.
Yeah.
Not good options. Not good options.
Whites kind eh?
What can I say, brother?
This man has been enjoying a lot, eh?
Oh, man. No, but I did end up reaching out on Facebook. And then.
So she moved down here.
So she ended up moving to come.
I'm guessing that was like after multiple communications on the phone and all that.
Yeah, no, it wasn't right away. Like she ended up moving because she was in the middle of just about to graduate university, so she was looking for the next thing.
Yeah.
So I went there to Montreal to visit her. after initially talking to her on
See
Facebook.
what love can do.
I'm telling you,
love
man.
is making you drive all the way. Did you fly?
No,
already?
I'll drive. You know,
You drove from
No, I flew.
Eee.
No, driving is like
But it's
2
still
2
expensive
days.
though.
Yeah, it was maybe
I'm
about
sure probably,
$600 or whatever.
Jeez.
Yeah, return flight. And so it wasn't cheap, but it was an investment. You know,
I'm sure this man slept there for 1 week that day.
I was there for 4 days. 4 days. You know,
See,
for her birthday.
In fact, I can be a prophet.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, and then she ended up moving down. She came down for Christmas first to see my family, and she was shocked. Like, man, people.
That time you were still with your family here, right?
But not living with them. I was living on my own. But yeah, my family in Saskatchewan. And she came down for Christmas, and she's like, man, people are living here, man. In Montreal, everybody's living in small apartments, you know, like struggling to make bread, you know, like.
There, bro, and that place is expensive.
It's, you know, but she's like, here in Saskatchewan, it's cold, it's small, but I mean, people are living. You got your house, you know, you got your job, people are settled. And so she's like, man, I'm coming down. So that's how.
Everything. Man. You got it easier, bro. We are struggling, man. But you know, a lot of people actually talk about this dating relationship thing in Canada, bro. Having to find like genuine love, man.
Yeah.
Stuff. Bro, I've heard a lot of stories, man. How did you even went all the way with, like, bro, you don't have any fear.
of
like, what if it doesn't work,
man? There's always that possibility, man. Always. But you make the best choice based on education, based on the family they come from, based on, you know, the morals that they have. And it's a gamble, but it's an educated gamble. What I'm saying is that you're not gonna go to the club and pick up, you know, some random and think it's gonna. I know, and sometimes it works.
You're telling people who are having.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Some people met in the club, but they are like really.
100%. I'm not saying it doesn't work. I'm just saying is that if you're looking for certain types of quality in a woman, not the majority of women who go to the club don't have that quality. They can grow into that quality. But at the time when they, you know, hanging out, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I got you.
So it all depends, man. I'm not saying that you can't find love in the club, 100%. Who found love in the club? Was
Someone did?
Akon or something? He said, we found love in the club. It's a song that he sings.
It's a song, man. This guy slept and thought of something. He decided to do music.
Yeah, so I'm just saying it's possible, but you got to go where the gem is, right? And so.
But honestly, it's very difficult because, man, I think in Canada, if someone actually wants to relocate to this place, he or she should probably come with, because what a lot of people do is when they get opportunity, they just abandon their partner back home.
Yeah. Oh.
Some people even break up with whoever because they know chances of them
coming is
tough.
It's slim. Yeah.
And here's the thing that once you get in this country, bro, man, it's one of the hardest thing. Living in Canada alone, trying to build yourself. It's difficult, man.
Yeah, your journey hasn't been easy, eh?
Man, who is interviewing who now? My friend, leave me alone. No, for me, honestly, I don't know, man, but maybe we'll host a proper.
No, just speak, man. Why you just speak? Your audience wants to know. Your audience wants to know.
They
want to know the guy behind the camera.
Which guy behind camera, bro?
Tell them.
No, there's nothing actually. But I mean, honestly, well, me, I didn't come with a partner from back home, right? I came here alone. So, and I didn't actually have anyone back home. Well, in South Africa, I did have like a few ladies, right? We dated but it didn't work out, and we broke up before I came here. So I would say for me, I'm safe. But then, trying to find someone after you are in the country, Jesus Christ.
To find somebody.
Bro, it got to a point we were paying subscription on Tinder and... man have suffered, bro.
Man have suffered.
Bro, you meet someone, you say hi, she say hi, tomorrow she block you.
She block.
Man, Canada, bro.
You been blocked, eh? You been blocked.
Quick. I don't know what it's like. Today they have interest, tomorrow they lost the interest. Like everything is just so complicated. So I'm kind of surprised how it actually did work for you.
For me.
And even you know, when people are in such commitment, especially not even Canada alone, other countries.
Yeah.
They stay for 3-4 years, maximum 5, and everything just
falls apart.
Say, financial issue, she's not doing this, he's not doing this.
Yeah.
Man, like there's a whole lot.
Look, let me tell you something. Yes.
And I'm sure you've heard about this.
Oh, 100%. Like, I mean, there are ladies out there who, for every bad situation is a good situation. True. And that's a mindset you got to go in. Like, you can't paint everybody with the broad brush and say, you know what, every woman is bad, I can't find love. You know, you can't do that, because for every negative experience that you have, there's also somebody who has had a positive experience, which means is that if something's working for somebody else, you just got to figure out what's the secret. But one thing I've learned is this: you have to become the man that's worthy to be attractive enough to attract the right person. You have to become it.
Word.
Do you know what I'm saying? It's like you attract what you are. 100%.
So what you mean? We must dress nicely?
No, what I'm saying is like if I'm gonna use a crazy example, right? If you're into doing drugs, let's just say for example, and you come to this country for the first time, you're gonna find drugs. You don't know anybody, but you're gonna find it.
True.
You're gonna find it. You're gonna find it. You're gonna start asking people the right questions, and eventually it's gonna lead you down the path, and you're gonna find it. That example can be for anything. You know, if you want to make money, if your mindset is right and you're really determined to do it, you start asking people the right questions, you will find a way to get into real estate, like you were asking me. You will find a way to get into, like, you know, you're a man, you sell cars. How did you get started? You are new in this country. You know what I'm saying? You start asking the right question. So when it comes to relationship, it's the same thing, in my opinion, is that if you set yourself up to become the man that's worthy to attract the right woman, that woman will be attracted by you, because you're going to say one day you're going to be in a room and you are talking either about business, or you're talking about finances, or you're talking about, you know, your perspective on the world, and she'll just be in awe of you and be like, wow, who's this guy? Man. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, and you're going to start attracting, you know, the right types of people. It happens in everything I've done in my life, is that if you put yourself in the right positions, you will attract the right people. So how I attracted my wife was after. You want to know?
Tell us more.
I was actually, after I got out of the relationship I was with before her, I made a list of what I wanted in a woman. I wrote down, 100%. I still have the list on my phone right now.
I thought we only do that in grocery stores, man.
Exactly. But I wanted to get clarity on the kind of quality of woman that I wanted.
So did she tick all the boxes?
About 85%, yeah. Ooh. And the rest, she grew into it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. But I'm saying is that I had to be clear on what I was looking for. And in fact, you know, I ended up finding out that she actually made a list as well for me.
For real?
I'm telling you. So when I came into her life, I ticked the boxes as well. So all I'm saying, you don't have to make a list if you're not into that stuff. Some people may think it's cheesy or whatever the case may be. But you got to be clear on what you want. Just like, you know, we're sitting here and we are, you know, doing this podcast today. We were talking about podcasting. What was it like? You know, maybe about a couple months ago. Yeah. You were like, man, I'm going to do this thing. I'm like,
and it happens.
And it happened. Here we are, man, doing this thing. I'm just saying is that you got to get clear on what you want, and you are attracted.
Yeah, that makes sense, man. That makes sense. Hey, today we are preaching. He's cooking.
This is not preaching, man.
He's cooking,
This
man.
guy, we're not preaching. We're just talking reality.
Nah, that's dope. And this year you actually did host a conference, right?
Yes.
You said it's something that you normally do. Because, I mean, for me, this is the first time I'm actually attending the conference.
Yes.
Is it something that you've been doing annually, or this is the first time?
No, this is the second conference. It's called the Men of Honor Conference. Show everybody the T-shirt, by the way.
Decided to wear the T-shirt.
This guy, man.
This guy wants to collect the T-shirt. Now you're telling me to share.
I want my T-shirt back.
Imagine. No, but there is this question that I've been meaning. I mean, when I got to the conference, I saw the whole setup. I saw the whole preparation, everything going on. Like, I'm like, man, what is the benefit of this whole thing? What are you gaining from it?
Me personally?
What was the purpose of it?
Me personally? Or
no,
who?
like you personally. This guy just hosts events, men's conference, fine, makes sense. I mean, getting to build relationships, like the topics and the idea behind it makes. But bro, how do you make money from such event? What is the purpose, bro? No, why, bro? Among everything on earth.
Let me tell you something. There comes a point in your life, where you stop living for yourself.
Okay.
You know that your personal growth and your personal happiness is through others, which means you're giving others opportunities.
Okay.
Right? And so when you ask me, the question is, why am I doing all this? How do I make money in it? You got to realize money is in the hands of the masses.
Okay.
What I mean by that is that it's not always on a one-to-one situation. I can be a sports coach.
Okay.
And I can work with high network athletes, right? I can work just one-on-one, right? That's one way to make money, and you can pay me maybe $1,000 for I don't know 5 hours or whatever it is. But if I take that same course that I just taught you, I put it on a video and I put it online, and I have a massive following, right? More people can pay me. Do you know what I'm saying? And so when you ask,
more.
You can make more potentially, depending on if you have an audience and so on and so forth. So I guess what I'm saying to you is, you know who Jake Paul is? Of course, you know who Jake Paul is. He was just making some stupid YouTube videos before, right? But listen to this now. Listen to this story, right? Which is crazy.
Yeah.
He's making some stupid videos. He's just having fun, just trying to be a goofball. But when he got into boxing, all his followers, he's got plus over 1 million followers. All those followers followed him into what? Even more into his new thing.
True.
They're buying tickets. All I'm saying is that you got to be able to create a space where people know you for something. We know you as Vim. That's how I got to know you, as somebody who's a videographer. In fact, you helped shoot my wife's first video. In the city now, you're building a name for yourself. Do you know what I'm saying? Is that eventually, if you do it right, if you play your cards right, people will get to know you. Now you can not only start doing videos for going to events and doing video, but now you can actually teach classes. Rather than doing one, now you can say, hey, come, I'll teach you a course, how to operate a camera. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, it switches from one-to-one to one-to-many. So when you ask me the question, Danny, why do you put on these things? One, because I love to help people, because I know my journey and the help that I needed, so I'm giving back. But I also know over time, that turns into a brand name. That turns into an opportunity where I can serve the masses, and the money is in the hands of the masses.
Holy. Me, I can't. Me, the way I love money.
Yeah.
Me, I'd start charging gate fee before.
Which is what I did. That wasn't free.
Yeah, but I mean, well, that wasn't the main aim, right?
No. But did we make a profit? Yes, we did.
But did you make it huge? Like what?
No, dude, man. Like.
Because, I mean, that's what every businessman will love.
Yes.
Not to make, start something and lose or...
Why do you think people start non-for-profits if you're a businessman? Because there has to be a philanthropic side of you. You can't just be, yes, people use that non-for-profits to hide their taxes. There's all that too, right? But LeBron James, for example, he's a millionaire, but he's got his own non-for-profit side because he wants to give back, right? I'm just saying, there comes a point where it's not just about you. You've made money. I'm settled. Can I make more money? 100%. But there's more joy for me in seeing other people come up as well.
So is it something that you'll be doing every year?
Yes, that's the goal.
Every year?
Yeah, that's the goal, man.
Wow.
And to build it big. This year we had 175 people that showed up.
That's a lot.
I'm saying it's from...
This year makes it the second
time. The first time was in Saskatchewan, yeah.
Oh, the first... Oh, okay.
Yeah,
nice.
in 2018, yeah. So we took a little bit of a break. And so, yeah, man, I mean, the Men of Honor Conference is... We just want to give men an opportunity to connect with other men and to be empowered and to be strengthened and to be able to, go back and make a difference in their communities. Yeah.
If ever you find yourself in Alberta, especially in Edmonton, I mean, I think this is something that you should probably look into every year, like you said. So next year, I don't know, maybe I might be there.
You might. You were there. You were there this year.
This year, yeah, I was. But you will never know. Next year...
You'll be seated and actually taking in some information, writing down some notes, how to be a better man.
No, next year. I'll go and hold the mic
and talk.
I saw a lot of people giving testimonies. Yeah. There was one footballer, I think he was quite popular. I don't know him, but it seems like...
Man, the power of networking, man. Yeah. Like, I didn't know this guy from Adam, like random. I actually worked with a guy in Saskatchewan who is connected with a bunch of football players. So when I was looking for speakers for this conference, the thought came to me. I was like, the one way to attract people is to find a known name, somebody who's known. For sure. So I was like, man, who do I know? Man, I just moved to Alberta. Like, I don't know anybody. So the thought of him came into my mind. I called him and I said, hey, Johan.
How difficult it was.
To what? To ask?
Reach him.
To reach the football guy or to
The football guy.
Yeah,
I mean, most people
busy.
guys yeah.
No time for you. Not answering their text message.
Right, send a message.
You send one in 5 days. I'm telling you, man.
Bro.
But people like that, people of high net worth, you gotta keep on them, man, because they're busy.
True.
They got things going on, so I just hounded him, man. I'm texting him, messaging him, emailing him, and eventually he's like, "Danny, man, I'll do it for you. Don't worry, I got you." Yeah. So, anyways, so that's the story, man. Yeah, his name is Graham Bell. Yeah. He played for those of you guys who follow the Canadian Football League here. He played for the Saskatchewan Roughriders, and in 2013 he won a Grey Cup championship with them. His story is actually interesting. He got mugged in the street. And I
think he did.
He said that, yeah. And so the doctors told him that he had a brain injury. The doctors told him that he'll never be able to play again, and he just wanted to prove people wrong. And so,
that's bad.
Yeah. He came back.
So, what's the plan for next year? Are we going with the same team?
No, next year's conference is called. It's still Man of Honor, but the theme is going to be the lies that kills a man's dream.
Okay.
The lies that kills a man's dream. So this year the theme was heal the boy and the man will emerge. It's about, you can be 50, you can be 60, you can be 30, but there's always a boy in us that we need to be able to help mature into manhood, right? So maturity has nothing to do with age, right? It's a state of mind. And so that's what we dealt with this year, but next year it's going to be, so what are some limiting beliefs that you deal with that keeps you from achieving your goals and your dreams? And so, dive into that and get some really good speakers. So
I'm sure location and more details are not yet. Do we have the
location? Will be the same. It'll be it'll be the same. But we're just trying to nail down a date now for that. Yeah. But yeah, so it'll be next year around the same time.
Yes, we will probably put all the information once we get, all the details, and
for sure
we will see how it goes. It was a great conversation, and I'm hoping you can come most of the time and give us some preaching, man. You've been cooking today.
I don't know if I preach, man.
Hey, this information not everybody knows, especially when it comes to housing, relationship, there's topics, and a lot of people don't talk about it. Foreign nationals are dying in this country because of these issues, bro.
Yeah.
People are, being single in this country, man.
It's not easy.
You can't relate.
I've been single once,
For
man.
how long? 1 month. 1 month.
Yeah.
So now it's great having you on the show. We hope you can come again sometime sooner so we can have more communication. What is your social media handle in case people want to... Do you post... What do you actually post on your social media handle? You don't even post.
I do, man. This guy...
This guy posts one
First of all, you don't follow me. That's how you know
really?
you don't...
I'm not?
No, I follow you. I see all your videos of you...
bad.
showing people your vehicles, whatnot.
We get busy, man. So what's Danny what?
I have a few Instagram. So...
Okay. So which one really gets busy? Which one would you want the audience to follow you on?
All of them. So there's Daniel_Bay, which is my personal one.
Okay.
You'll find my pretty face there. There's that one. And then my business one is Daniel. You found it?
Yeah.
Okay. And then search for Daniel Bay Enterprise.
So that is the business.
That's the business one that I'm building right now.
Okay.
And that's where I post everything related to the work that I do in emceeing, the work that I do related to putting on events, social media, assisting people developing their websites, all that stuff.
You do that too?
I do that too, man. Yeah.
You do everything, man.
Dude, man, like I told you, you have to become resourceful.
You must leave some of the space for people to. Now someone is looking for a graphic design space. You already occupy.
There are many out there, man. There are many out there. Many graphic designers. That's why I came to you, man. You're the studio guy, the videographer.
Leave me out of this.
This guy.
So, guys, thanks for watching. Follow him on Instagram, Daniel_Bay. I'll probably leave it somewhere here.
Sure.
If I don't, you heard it. You can just... Thanks for coming. Do not forget like, subscribe, and there's a lot more coming, man. It's very cool, so we'll be slowing things down, but trust me, subscribe and there will be a lot more coming. Thanks for watching, guys. Till we meet again. Peace.